Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Hope we're all well. I'm really excited to unbox and share my new watch from Orient with you guys today. I've never owned an Orient watch, so this is my first purchase from this brand. I own watches from other Japanese watchmakers like Seiko and Citizen, and always wanted to add an Orient watch to my watch collection. So I have finally gotten around to it and wanted to take this opportunity to share this watch with you via this video. Now, before we start with the review, if you like my videos and like my channel, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notifications bell so I can keep making these videos for you and keep you posted with my future content as well. This is the only way for this channel to survive. Now, a bit about the brand as well. Orient has been making watches under this brand name since 1950, but the origins of this watch company dates back to 1901 when the first, or the original owner, Shogo Yoshida, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, opened his first watch shop in Tokyo, Japan under the name Yoshida Watch Shop. So there's definitely some history there. The brand Orient now operates under the Seiko group, so they joined Seiko in 2009. Now, Orient is one of the few watchmakers offering in-house movements in their watches at entry-level prices. Now, Seiko used to be known for offering exceptional values in their watches, but I think Seiko has moved up a little now. Now, just to put that into perspective, this watch here, I've paid less than 300 Australian dollars for this watch. Let's open it up and talk about some of the specs on this watch as well, so we can put that into context, that what you get for your $300 or less than $300 that I've paid for this watch. So what you get for $300 is, here are the first impressions. I absolutely love the combination of this black and gold. It really stands out, and I like the color coded, the black case as well. It's something different. Most of my watches are a standard stainless steel watches, so this will definitely add something different to my watch collection. I'll take this off the pillow as well so I can give you a closer look at this watch. So here you go. It's a beautiful watch, and especially for the price that I've paid for it, I think it's just an exceptional value. So what you're getting in this watch is you get sapphire crystal at the front with a closed case back. The case back is this nicely polished stainless steel. Talking about the specs, the case size or the case diameter on this watch is 41.8 millimeters, and the case thickness is 13 millimeters. I'll put this on my 7-inch wrist later in the video to show you how this watch fits on my wrist, to give you an idea. Now, the lug-to-lug distance, or the lug-to-lug length on this watch is 46.8 millimeters, and the band width is 22 millimeters on this watch. Now, so it comes with this rubber strap. This reminds me of some of my Seiko straps in the past. On some of the divers that I've owned from Seiko, it's very similar to those rubber bands. Now, if you decide to change this band to something different, a 22 millimeter strap will fit absolutely perfectly on this watch. You get 200 meters of water resistance on this watch, and you get luminous hands and markers. Now, this is an automatic watch. You get Orient's caliber F6922 movement in this watch, which is a self-winding automatic movement with hacking capability. Now, the last two numbers, or the last two digits on the movement, represents the number of joules, which is 22. Now, Orient claims the accuracy on this movement to be within -15 to +25 seconds per day, but I've heard this watch performing much better than those numbers. I've heard that it's been performing at in most cases at about +5 seconds a day. When I'm talking about that, I'm mainly talking about the experience, or what I've heard from other people who own this watch. Now you get the day and date display at 3 o'clock. You get the screw down crown on this watch. To change the date and day on this watch, all you need to do is to unscrew the crown, and once it's fully out, this is where you'll be able to self wind the watch as well. When you pull it out to its first position, you'll be able to change the date and day on this watch. So moving it in the anti-clockwise position will change the date, or set the date, and then when you move it into the clockwise position, you'll be able to change the day on this watch. You'll get two options. You get you can either choose English or French when it comes down to the days. When you pull it out to when you pull the crown out to its final position, you can see the seconds hand has stopped moving. That's where you can set the time. I haven't set the time on this watch yet because I've just taken it out of the box. It only arrived in the mail this morning. Now Orient recommends to avoid setting the day and date on this watch within the hours of 8 p.m. and 4 a.m. So if you are, or if you own this watch and want to, and when you change the time and date and the date and date on this watch, please make sure not to do it within those hours. If you do so, you do run the risk of damaging the mechanism on this watch. So now this watch offers around 40 hours or more than 40 hours of power reserve and fully wound. Winding the crown about 30 times will wind the spring to its full capacity to achieve the full power reserve. So I think 40 hours of power reserve is, you can absolutely do with that. The only thing I've noticed now is that the crown is a bit wobbly or loose. So I'm not sure if other people owning this watch has the same issue with this crown as well, but I've just noticed that it's a bit wobbly or not as strong as some of my other watches that I own. But on most occasions the watch will not be in, or the crown will not be in this position anyway. So once you're done with changing the time and date on this watch, you can always put the just put the crown back into, or screw the crown back into its original position, and that's where you'll be able to lock the crown as well. It is a bit stiff. There we go. So here we go. Now the best thing about this watch is, again, as I said, the price that I've paid for it. I think this is an exceptional value for that price. So you can't go wrong. Now guys, when you're buying a watch like this, you're not, on most occasions, you're not seeking perfection. You're not buying this watch to be a perfect watch. Now when I purchase watches like this, I buy these watches because they put a smile on my face. I'll proudly wear this watch on my wrist, and every time I look down or look at the time or look at this watch, it will give me the satisfaction, and that's the main purpose of me buying these watches. I'm not paying a lot of money, and this will definitely be added to my collection. I'm not going to sell or flip this watch. This is definitely a keeper. I'll put this on my 7-inch wrist now to show you guys how this sort of how this fits on my wrist, to give you an idea of how it looks. Now I've noticed this, you get this a lip at the end of the strap to hold the strap in place. So here you go guys, it fits perfectly. There's no lug, overlag. It fits very nicely. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of my Citizen Pro Master, which I've got here with me as well. This fits very similar to this watch, which has the same or similar dimensions to this Orient watch as well. This is another watch which offers exceptional value and is an excellent watch. So here you go guys, give you a final look at this beautiful timepiece from Orient. Now if you are in the market for an affordable diver's watch and you don't want to spend a lot of money, and you are after something that will proudly sit in your watch collection, I think you must give this Orient a go. You can't go wrong, especially for the price that you're paying for this watch. So and as I said, there's definitely history there. They're not new in the market. They've been making watches for so long, for more than 70 years now, under the name Orient. So yeah, I can't say any more about this watch. I really like it, and I think if you are looking for a watch of this caliber, then absolutely go for it. So here we go, a final look at this watch. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you with my next video. Until then, please look after yourself and take care.